Good evening or good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are located. Thanks so much for joining us for today for EACTAIC webinar on monitoring during thoracic surgery. My name is Mohamed El Tahan, Professor of Cardiothoracic Anesthesia at Mansoura University in Egypt, and currently working in Imam Abdurrahman bin Faisal University, Saudi Arabia. I am Educational Chair in EACTA, and this webinar is organized in the collaboration between the Education Committee and Thoracic Subspecialty Committee. This webinar is accredited by UEMS to provide 2 CMA credit points. This webinar cannot be organized without receiving unrestricted educational grants from Taba Medical China and Edwards Life Science. So we are very grateful for both of them to supporting this webinar. The learning objective of this webinar, by the end of the webinar, you will be being to understand better the role of ultrasound to identify lung atelectasis, overinflation, edema during thoracic surgery, the position of ultrasound for arterial and central venous access, and using of ultrasound for performing paravertebral blocks, erectorospinae plan block, or serratus anterior block, the indications and roles of invasive and minimally invasive hemodynamic monitoring during wall lung ventilation and thoracic surgery, emphasizing on the role for goal-directed therapy, the principles and values for neuromonitoring using coupling of processed electroencephalography and regional cerebral oxygenation during wall lung ventilation and thoracic surgery, the principles of neuromuscular blockade and the new position of Sugamedics to antagonize the residual effects of neuromuscular blockades during thoracic surgery. Before I handing over the microphone to Professor Mert Senturk, just a housekeeping, the video, you can see 4 blue icons in your window. The first one, ask the faculty. Don't miss to ask questions for speakers by typing question here and click on submit. The second blue icon is a chat. You can use this feature to communicate with other participants. The third icon is for polls. We have 5 polls during this webinar. Once we activate the polls, you will see the questions and you will see the choices. You can just click on the choice and click submit my vote. Now, without further ado, I am delighted to introduce Professor Mert Senturk, Istanbul University, Turkey. He's a good friend for everyone in EACTA community and the co-founder and the chair of EACTA-IC Thoracic Subspecialty Committee. I am delighted to share me moderating this session. Please, Mert.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mohamed, for the excellent introduction. I don't deserve it. I will shortly introduce the polls. There will be 5 polls during the webinar, and you will have 10 minutes after each poll to vote. However, you must exit the full screen to vote on the polls by direct clicking on your choice. And the results of the polls will be shown after the next talk each time. So, okay. Now,